Alrighty, traders, good morning and welcome to the morning coffee session. If you haven't noticed, I haven't posted anything on any social media. So this session is now starting to become only available to subscribers that have got notifications that are going to get the message. So listen here, traders. Hey, welcome to the session. This is a preachy Friday, as they call it, because what we do is we go ahead and take a look at trading opportunities. And if we've made any mistakes, this is where we call you out, all right? Whether you've made a mistake or I've made a mistake, this is the day we call each other out. If we've made a mistake, say it the way it is, right? Don't sugarcoat anything. Just say it the way it is. All right, so the deal is this. We got a couple of trades still in. In fact, we've got 4 trades on the Euro Canadian and 4 trades on the Euro US dollar. Those are the only trades we got open this week alone. We've closed out most of it. In fact, we've made, I think, 450 odd pips on the trade this week. It's been a good week, not a great week. I was hoping to get the both the Euro CAD and the Euro US dollar also paid out this week. Not happening, but let's go ahead and take a look and see exactly what can we expect from that pair. All right, so with that being said, good morning, everyone. Well, welcome to the session. Denise is in the house. Good morning, Denise. We got William in the house. William says good morning from Oklahoma, and we got Mike in the house. We got Carlos. We have Carlos in the house. Good morning, guys. Good morning, ladies. And let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on with the marketplace. All right, so news. What news has been what news has been reported this morning? Let's go ahead and take a look. That's always the first thing we look at. Not that the news is what we trade, but we do go ahead and take a look and see what's going on with the news. And we did get some core retail sales out of Canada. That showed actually positive. I mean, like we need more positive news for Canada, right? Damn it! Are you kidding me? Stop it! I need to see the Canadian dollar lose ground, not gain ground. Why? Because we've got to buy in the Euro Canadian dollar. All right. So with a buy in the Euro Canadian dollar, good morning, Jeff. What we need to do is we need to see the market actually start showing a upward move. All right, and that means weaker euro. Weaker Canadian. So we've got some positive news out of Canada. Let's go take a look right here. We've got flash manufacturing coming out at 9:45. That's in the next 40 minutes, so that's not out yet. We did get a lot of flash PMI coming out for Europe and pound as well. And both pound positive, euro positive. That's good. All right. Now it's a matter of taking a look and see what is stronger this last 24 hours. And if we take a look at the draft, or let's say the widget here, we can see that pound has been extremely strong the last 24 hours. We've had a little bit of weakness out of the euro, which is strange. But we've had some, let's take a look right here. Canada has been slightly weak, which is also strange. Granted the fact that we had some positive news out for both euro and Canadian. We should at least seen some upside move on that. Now, that may also mean that there was negative news or a negative move on both CAD and euro over the European session. But then when the news came out, maybe the market moved a little bit more positive and gave us now a slight negative move on CAD and euro. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the Canadian euro CAD. Now I'm going to go ahead and verify, and it looks like I got to go ahead and relog back in again. I'm going to go ahead and verify the trades that we've got currently open, and then I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the euro CAD, euro US dollar. I don't believe we got any additional trades in because we did check out the calendar right here, and here it is right here. And if I look at the calendar, nope, nothing new at the moment right here. So let's go ahead and double check on that. All right. Okay, let's pull this across right here. And there it is. Okay, so just to verify, here we have, you can see right here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 euro CADs, and 1, 2, 3, 4 euro US dollar pairs. So those are the pairs that we got currently open. We do see that the last trade for both of these pairs are positive. So we definitely seen a bit of support hit on both of the pairs. There's the support you can see here on the Euro CAD. We're expecting a correction move. We're still about 93 pips away from the break-even point for the Euro CAD. And on the Euro itself, we'll take a look right here. Let me just also double check this. Yep, that is correct. And then the Euro US dollar right here, we've got, let's see here. We've got a little bit of, we've got about 60 pips away from our break-even point right here. So we're not too far away, right? So we're not too far away on any of these positions right here. So we'll go ahead and continue to monitor them. Good morning, Sharon. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So this is the document here that we've got. And as you can see right here, we do have a couple of things lined up right here that we are currently holding. There it is, Euro CAD, Euro US dollar. Now, we got a new entry point. Let me go ahead and throw this out there. Let's say 85. All right, so we got a new entry point for this week on the Euro CAD. For those that were not participating in the trade the previous week that we picked up a buy on the Euro CAD. So there's a Euro CAD trade. I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see on the Euro CAD. Did we actually go ahead and find the weekly target? Looks like. All right. So the Euro CAD this week looks like we're not going to actually find a trade this week on the Euro CAD. No overbought condition. Let me just take a look here. Wait a minute. I've got my settings for some reason just changed. Let me go ahead and whip that back. There we go. All right. So did we call this a buy this week? Let's take a look here. Euro CAD. Yeah, we did call it a buy. Okay, so there's a buy. This is the Euro CAD right here. The buy came from this candle right here. Yep, that's the candle there. So currently, right now, this trade is in about 50 pips of profit, but it still has about 103 pips to go on that trade. So this one right here, this position right here is up 50 pips, still got about 103 pips to go before it hits its target. But we're obviously a little bit further away from that, so we're going to hold on to that. Let's go ahead and take a look over here. Euro US dollar. On Euro US dollar, and I'm going to look at the larger time frame and establish what's happening on the Euro CAD in the moment. I just want to go ahead and define what's going on here on these pairs right here. So here is the this is the Euro US dollar, and I believe I can fly. All right, no. All right, so it looks like we did not pick up a trade on this pair, Euro US dollar right here. No trade on the Euro US dollar. So I'm going to go ahead and call this one right here. Euro US dollar we had pending, but there was no trade. It was a low probability in any case. No trade right here. It remains an unhit target, but we did not go ahead and find a trade. Right, so that one's a no can do this week, Euro US dollar. So Euro CAD's the only one that got picked up this week, believe it or not. I don't know if you recall, all right? I'm not sure if you recall, but we had a lot of trading opportunities this week. When we spoke about it on Monday, it was huge, all right? A lot of opportunities, but coming back to the end of the week, all of those faded out. We've only got one trade. All the targets we hit this week, only one trade actually picked up this week, and that's okay. All right, it's okay to have only one trade. It's up 50 pips, still about 103 pips to go. Now we've got two trades in with four positions holding Euro CAD, Euro US dollar. Let's take a look and see what's going on. Right? Hopefully everyone's got their cup of coffee this morning, ready to rock and roll. Let's take a look at the larger time frame, because what we're trying to establish here by looking at the larger time frame, we're trying to establish where is price within inside structure? That's what we're trying to define. Now, if you're asking me, Big Dog, what do you mean by structure? Well, structure could be trends. Where we are within the trend. Are we in an uptrend or in a downtrend? Are we at the bottom of a downtrend? Are we on the top of an uptrend? What is the case? Do we have a wave structure in place? Does the Elliott wave play a role? And if it does, where are we inside the Elliott wave structure? Are we at the first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave? Are we in an ABC correction? All of that stuff is what you're trying to figure out. And listen, we don't have to get all caught up inside technical analysis. The bottom line is our targets will eventually get hit. Well, at least 97% of them will get hit. So it's the other 3% that we're trying to figure out, and we're trying to make decisions whether or not we should either hold on to positions or just get the heck out of Dodge. All right? So let's go ahead and continue. As we continue, we're going to go ahead and take a look at, and Jason says here, I remember when we used 3262 and still do. No, as Karen said, Jason, that's actually on the daily targets. All right, that's on the daily target. We didn't use that on the weekly targets. In fact, if I go ahead and take a look over here, I'm running another trading account right here, and on this trading account, I'm running some daily targets right here. There it is there. And you'll see my settings. There it is there. My settings are 6832. There we go. And that's the daily targets, just to verify it. Okay, so there it is. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. So here we go. As we go ahead and look at the overall directional bias on Euro US dollar, here it is here. And let's take a look here. This is the overall directional bias. Now, Euro US dollar has gone ahead and shown that we're still inside this falling wedge here, and price continues to find support at this level. And as it continues to find support at this level, I have gone ahead and said that we've still got room down here. So I won't be surprised if price wants to move down a little further down. If price starts working its way back up, bonus. If it goes south and goes back to retest the downward trend line right here, I'm not going to be surprised at that. I'm going to be prepared for it. It's not a big deal. We're still going to go ahead and add on new positions. All right, so if the market gets to those levels, then we are going to be still okay. All right, so just another heads up. And this is what I do. I like to prepare myself for what could happen, because I don't want to be caught up in a surprise, right? I don't want to be surprised by a move. I'd rather be prepared for the market to move further against me and know why it's doing that, than come up and wake up in the next morning and go, oh my gosh, price has gone ahead again, moved against me again. What am I going to do? So what we do is we look at the alternative and we say, if price moves against me, am I still going to be okay? Am I going to wake up the next morning and be okay and not have this instant, I wouldn't say gratification, this instant, scare that price has moved against me, and then start panicking and start figuring out and trying to figure out, do I have the right trade? Do I have the right setup? Do I have the right equity? I've already prepared for that, right? So we have to make sure that we properly prepare for that. So if price moves further down south, we're prepared for that. Now, what I'm also preparing for, as I look at this pair, I'm also preparing for price to stall here. All right? Stall here, and then, so I'm not going to get caught up in this excitement saying, hey, man, price is moving up, we're all good. Because when price gets here, I'm expecting price to move further down south. So when price gets to this point, I can make a decision on my trade. Do I want to continue to hold on to this trade? And why? Because I'm expecting price to move further down south to come back to this trend line. Now, we spoke about Elliott wave structure. And this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 right now. And because the old 1.618 extension will become resistance, this could be my wave 4 right here, which means that price is going to move down to this final wave move, and that is going to be the fifth wave, testing the backside of the trend line, and then I'm expecting a deeper correction move. So traders, this is how I prepared myself. I prepared myself that I'm going to get this false sense of security in the sense of price moving back up north. When price moves up north, we're going to have this old 1.618 resistance hold at that level, and price is going to move further down south. Now, when it moves south, it's going to come back to the backside of the trend line, and then it's going to go into a deeper correction move, what we call an ABC correction in Elliott wave structure. But I'm also okay if price moves above the 1.618 and continues to rally. Because why? Because I'm going to be in the money. So I don't care if I'm wrong. But what I do care about is that I do look at the opposite side. I do look at the alternative option, and that's the alternative. That is what I anticipate the structure to look like. And if it doesn't work out, I'm going to be okay because price is going to continue to rally, and I'm in the money. All right. So look at those things. Make sure that you establish what price is doing, so that you get a very, very clear understanding as price moves in these different levels. So we're going to see price action moving. And again, let's go ahead and do this just so that we have this data right here. I'm going to go ahead and put it in right here. Then I'm going to go ahead and put in right about here. Now I'm going to go ahead and mark off, I'm going to go ahead and put some fibs down right here from there to here. And I'm looking for the 127. Now, as you can see right here, the 127 is all the way down here. But traders, I think the 118 is going to be enough for us to go ahead and find the support that we need. It all depends, all right? It all depends how price action moves in this fourth wave. So if we do this, if price does this, which can, by the way, be a factor, and then finally break through that consolidation down here, and it meets up with the trend line going right here, then we will have the 1.618. So let me go ahead and move around a few things right here. I'm going to move this trend line a little further down south right here. And then I'm going to move my my 1.27 target right here, where I'm anticipating price to move to. I'm going to do this. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is, just because I'm anticipating consolidation between that level and that level, I'm going to do this. So we're going to see price moving into contraction. When price moves into contraction, and remember, this is a daily time frame. Now, this is not good news for us, right? Right? If the market moves in a contraction phase, that means that we are going to see this type of action on a daily. Imagine that, a daily time frame moving sideways. It's going to be like watching paint dry, right? It's going to be moving, and once it stays inside contraction, we're going to eventually see a breakout, and then it's going to move into the expansion move. All right, so it's going to go into contraction, then into expansion, and then we can expect some sort of trendy move. All right, so that's that. So that gives you guys a fair idea of exactly what we can anticipate year on the euro US dollar. So make those notes. If you are in that trade, make those notes. If you're a type of trader that likes to go ahead and scalp the market, then you may need to go ahead and pay a little bit more attention to the fact that we're heading into contraction phase. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at. Now, Jason says here, if you believe you can fly, make sure you take off on the ground floor and not the fifth. That's a good comment there, Jason. That is so funny, dude. Thank you. Needed a joke for Friday, right? Good joke. All right, and absolutely true, to be honest with you as well. All right, that is so funny. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the euro. The Euro Canadian. There it is there. Now, before I dig into this Euro CAD chart, I think what's important for us to go ahead and check out is how US oil is featuring today. All right, so good news. All right, that's always good to have some good news. So good news, we're getting a bit of resistance here. All right, as price goes ahead and shoots up on US oil, we went up to around about $55 a barrel. And as you can see right here, we're in some sort of correction move on US oil. Now, this is not to say that we're going to head south. We're just in a short-term correction. And if we're in a short-term correction, all right, then what we need to do is we need to go ahead and look for support again. So price is going to move down into a short-term retracement, find support, and then continue to rally because we're still inside this range. All right, and with us still inside this range, we absolutely going to go and consider that price is going to continue in this range and move to the upside. So let's get excited about a short-term correction. How much pips are we down on the Euro CAD? If we looked over here, Euro CAD we're down 90 pips, right? 90 pips before break even comes into play. All right, for us to get to our target, we're looking at our profit target is 285 pips away. Wow! All right, now with this bearish correction that we're seeing right here, clearly you can see that we get a little bit of extra movement out of the euro. The euro is not as weak as it used to be a few days ago as we started off the week. So it has recovered a little bit over the last 24 hours. As you can see, not that weak like we've had it over the week. In fact, let's go take a look over here on the weekly breakdown. On the weekly breakdown, Euro's actually gone ahead and moved a little bit positive since the week, and that's a little strange. Let me go ahead and take a look at that. Hold on a second here. Let's pop open. Let's go to the Euro US dollar. And dollar's actually been strong. Dollar's been stronger than Euro. So actually the Euro dollar may be showing still a little bit weak. But then the Euro CAD, Canadian's been strong. Euro's been strong. So this should be neutral for the week. Let's go ahead and take a look at the way it's set up here. So the week started off, if I throw this onto a weekly chart right here, let's just move that to weekly. Well, yeah, you can see we've had a little bit of bearishness still, and that's because it looks like Euro has been, that's weird. Euro, where's the CAD? Yeah, it looks like Euro's been stronger than the Canadian over this last week, but yet we've seen a little bit of weak. Well, it's indecision right there. Okay, I'll tell you what. I like that. I like what I'm seeing here on the euro. I like this little hammer we're seeing right here, indicating price is going to come back up. This pattern is really cool. The only issue that I have right now is we've got a lot of support now becoming resistance. So we're going to have to see what price does when it gets up to that level right here. Because if it doesn't break through, then just like we said, we may be heading into contraction phase on this one right now. I believe this pair is also heading into contraction. I'll have to take a look at that on the 1 hour, the daily time frame. So let's go ahead and break this down. I'm going to go to the daily time frame. Let's go to the daily right here. All right, so there's that large consolidation right here. Hold on. There it is there. What is these fibs doing here? Let me see here. Where do these fibs come from? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. All right, so this is what it looks like right here. Now we have this consolidation right here. We had the range target we spoke about. Price has actually moved just shy of that range target, and we've seen a bit of support coming off over there. We actually anticipated price to start stalling here at the 1.6, the 127 right here. It's turned around now. Now we can expect price to move up a little higher. Probably go ahead and retest this level. It's 156 pips going north. Listen, we got 285 pips before I hit my target. I'm going to be okay taking profit at 156 pips going up from where it's trading right now. So which means we'll probably be around about 60 pips net in the money in full positions, which will give us around about 240 pips on this trade. I'm going to be okay on that. All right. So make a note there that if price moves up to this level right here, which is priced at 144.65, right? 144.65. Let me change the chart. I'm gonna just go ahead and increase this chart font. I don't know why the chart font's gone small on us here. Yeah, it's gone to. All right, let's do this. 16 is cool. Let's do 16. Better. All right. Oh, actually, that's huge. That's huge. All right, let's go a little lower than that. Let's go 14. All right, so what we're going to do is when price comes up to this level right here, write it down, 144.65. We may need to make some trading decisions. All right, now it's not going to be 144.65 exactly. We're just saying in that area. All right, when it moves in this area, because support and resistance is not a defined price, it's an area. So when we move into this area, we are going to make a trading decision. All right, that trading decision may just be get the heck out of Dodge, or we might say, hey, listen, I feel a lot more confident holding on to this trade, so I'm going to go ahead and stick it out and see how price moves up to into this range, and then goes ahead and breaks out to the top of the range. Now, the one thing that I can say for sure, traders, without a shadow of a doubt, is that 97% of the time, 97% of the time, price moves in contraction. Once it moves out of contraction, it goes into expansion. Expansion does this, all right? And then we start seeing the market trend. Now, the market can trend against the breakout of the contraction, or it can move in the direction of the contraction move. So we can see, and that also depends on how the market's set up based on trends. So if this is going to be contraction right here, then expansion could bring price back up here inside the range, break out to the upside, and then maybe break down and start trending south. We'll take a look and see what the trend looks like to determine what direction the market is actually going to do. All right. Now, if it breaks through trend lines, if this is a downward trend line and it breaks above here, then maybe our trend is going to be up. If it comes back inside here, then we're expecting trend to go ahead and move down. All right. But we'll take a look at that in a moment. Let's go ahead and compress. So we are in a downtrend. So if we do see an expansion move taking place and price comes back up right here, this is going to be a break of trend, which means that we could see price actually following, check this out, the long-term trend right here. And the long-term trend says that if price does break out, so if we do get this contraction, then expansion down here, and then back over here, if we find the backside of the trend line and it holds there, okay, then we can expect price to move down. But if we break above that to complete this expansion phase, then this could be the trendy move that we can expect based on this long-term upward trend line. So time will tell, and we'll have to wait and see when the markets get to that level to make a decision. All right. So I guess the bottom line here, traders, the bottom line here, as we look at the Euro CAD and we break down the Euro US dollar, it is very clear to me, and it's very clear to you now, that we're going to continue to hold on to our trades. We're going to continue to hold on to the Euro US dollar over the weekend. We'll continue to hold on to the Euro Canadian over the weekend. We're in buy trades. We're looking good for at least about 150 pip move on the Euro CAD. And of course, the Euro US dollar, we did establish that there could be a little price move down south before we see a price move back up north. But overall, everything still looks pretty solid for us to continue to hold on to trades. So with that being said, traders, you guys have a fantastic weekend. We'll see everyone back again on Monday. Hey, don't forget, by the way, we still got another live session coming up this morning. It's at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You are subscribed to the channel. You do have your notification bell on, so you will get notified when we go live. It's about how do I make money with harmonic patterns. It's going to be an interesting 3-part series. Today, Monday, and then on Wednesday, we're going to have at least a 1-hour session where we're going to talk about setting up preparation for trading opportunities. Then on Monday, we're going to deploy systems. And then on Wednesday, we're going to review our trades that we're in. Just a 3-part series just to help you guys get set up to be able to understand harmonic patterns and how to trade it and look for the best opportunity it can offer. So with that being said, traders, have a fantastic weekend if I don't see you in the next session. And remember, it is all recorded. It will be available inside my YouTube channel. You can check it out anytime on your own time, whether you've got plans today or not. It will be available for you to go ahead and review. All right, that's it. With the Ethics Big Dog, I want to wish you guys a great weekend, a great day. I'll see you on Monday. This is Ethics Big Dog. Saying cheers.